I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding.
And in this video, we're going to talk about the New York Stock Exchange's response to the Al from Boston lawsuit, all right? But before we do, I want to introduce you to a few people, and then we'll get into the meat of the video, okay? I want you to take a look at this. This is Miss Lynn Martin, okay? She is the president of the New York Stock Exchange. She runs shit up there, okay? Now, I believe she could be the key to the case and help Al from Boston and him win this lawsuit, all right? And I'm going to tell you why I feel that way in just a moment. But first, walk with me, follow the bouncing ball. Look at that picture of her, people. What does it say to you, all right? Because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So what is this picture telling you about her? All right, one thing you want to do, one trick I've learned is whatever stance they're in, like she's like this, so you get just like her, and you fix your mouth with a smile like her and stuff. How are you feeling when you're in that position tells you a little bit more about that person, and so forth and so on. But then the next person I want you to meet is Mr. Mark Klaus. All right, he's the president of Campbell's Soup, all right? And this is a can of Campbell's chunky soup with beef and with vegetables and so forth, all right? We're going to talk about this can in just a moment, all right? But there he is. That's Mr. Mark Klaus of Campbell's Soup. And what do Mark Klaus and Lynn Martin have in common? I'm going to explain that in just a moment. Just follow the bouncing ball, okay? Finally, over here on Twitter, this is going to get a good laugh, okay, is someone called a noisy Corax. I've showed y'all some of his video clips and so forth and what he talks about. He takes the side of the market makers, okay, and I'm taking the side of retail investors. And man, look at this. I live in this motherfucker's head, don't I? Gunner Bubby, tag me. Gunner Bubby. Gunner Bubby. Gunner Bubby. CSI. Gunner. Says Bubby Gunner. Good God, man. That's all this son of a bitch tweets about is me, huh? Anyway, I want to pay particular attention to two of his last tweets that was with my name in it. All right? Because they're going to be very important, and then I will bring this on home for everybody, okay? He says, in case it wasn't clear, in Gunter Bubby's newest video, ICE, which owns the New York Stock Exchange, is a holding company of exchanges. They run a whole bunch of different exchanges that are all SROs, and the company itself is a SRO. Are they registered as an SRO? Because of its function as an exchange. No, that doesn't give you SRO status. You have to file for that. As an exchange holding company, he can play this game of Twister all he wants, and he'll still lose. Furthermore, neither ICE nor the New York Stock Exchange owes any of you clowns, all right? You clowns refers to retail investors, a fiduciary duty, even if your dumb SRO loophole that I showed y'all the other day, even if it does work, none of you trade directly on the exchange. Now, response to Al from Boston on page 7, it says, it is unlikely that plaintiffs could plead the elements of their claims they allude to against the New York Stock Exchange because, among other reasons, now here it comes, the New York Stock Exchange does not owe plaintiffs or any individual market investors the types of legal duties that give rise to the claims they seek to assert against other defendants. In other words, they're saying that they can't meet the standard of proof of fiduciary duty against the New York Stock Exchange. And individual investors, like plaintiffs, do not even interact with the New York Stock Exchange directly, but only through broker-dealers. Investors' trades may be executed on the New York Stock Exchange, but investors do not trade with the New York Stock Exchange. All right. Let's see if that argument stands any ground, because remember I showed y'all the Campbell's chicken soup can? All right, let's use this as an example of their argument and what I have to say about it. All right. Now, I went to Walmart and I bought this can of Campbell's Chunky Soup, all right? And come to find out, this can particularly is infested with some type of virus that can make me sick and send me to the hospital, all right? And I do get sick. Thousands of people get sick. Why? Because somewhere along the line in the Campbell's Chunky production of this, it got contaminated and thousands of people got sick. All right. Now, the question is, do I sue Walmart or do I sue Campbell's Soup? Because they sold this can and never recalled it and thousands of people got sick. So who do I sue? Do I go after Walmart for selling it to me? Or do I go after Campbell's for making this product, all right, that made me sick? Because the New York Stock Exchange's argument is just like that. They're saying, hey, look, we're Campbell's Soup, all right, and we don't interact with CSI to buy this can, all right. It goes over here to to their market makers, and the market maker deals with it. In other words, Chunky Soup sends it to Walmart. Walmart's the one responsible, the broker-dealers, for messing it up. No. It's your company. Just like Campbell's Soup, all right, is the company that produced that. You allowed this to go on until 1,000 people got sick. Campbell's, just like the New York Stock Exchange, is responsible for the broker-dealers doing what they're doing on their exchange, and they're not doing anything about it. That's what this lawsuit's about. And I covered the SRO shit. Just because they say they're governed by the SEC does not mean that they have a right to just do whatever they want, and then they holler, oh, well, we're protected by the SEC. So I see we over 8 minutes, so let me bring this shit on home for us, okay? Pull this picture back up of Miss Lynn Martin, and let's take a look at her again. And I want to show y'all something. This is your whistleblower, Al and Jordan. She will be the whistleblower for you. Why? Look at the picture. All right. First off, she is a woman, and she came up clawing and scratching her way up the ladder in a world of men and overcame all of that, all of the obstacles. So she's not going to let these people pull her down, and she would be the best person to align with and get the information you need to prove your cases against Citadel, Citigroup, and the rest, because it's in the documents. They have access to what it takes to prove spoofing. Now, here's another reason why I think she'll whistleblow. She contacted Al from Boston, the paperwork said. That means she was willing to reach out to them. And I hate to say it, but I would have to think Al was probably a dick to her, and he didn't realize that if he kept her on the line long enough and said, okay, here's the deal. Fuck all this lawsuit with you. I don't have time for that. But if you give us the information we need, we will remove you from the defendant list. And she will whistleblow. I guarantee motherfucking it. She's not going to let Adam Aaron and Philip Lauder and John Merriweather and all these other motherfuckers that's been involved in this. Ken Griffin, she's not going to let Ken Griffin pull her down. She will whistleblow. So, y'all need to consider that with your strategy with this lady. All right, she's done reached out to y'all once. Reach out to her. Let her know about your defenses. Talk to her and say, look, we'll take you out of the defendants list. All we need is the information to prove spoofing. There you go. So, that's that strategy right there, people. And that's what I do. I'm a strategist. I look at the situation and I figure out the best strategy and direction that we could go in. And that's it right here, having her as a whistleblower. So with that, give that some thought. What do you think? Do you think she's going to let Ken Griffin and Adam Aaron and all the rest of the bad actors pull her down? Or do you think Al and them need to talk to this lady and possibly get her to be the whistleblower? So with that, love y'all. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.